What's up, guys? It's your girl Shalina with Shalina Speaks, and today is Mental Health Monday, and I want to speak to you guys about mental health. So, first of all, I would like to ask, how are you guys doing out there? I hope all is well with you. I hope your mental health is well. I hope your physical health is well, and all of the above. So, today, we're going to get into the truth about mental health in 2025. It's a new year. We've already started off the year with a lot of crazy and traumatic things happening. So I think that, the world feels a little bit heavier, and we feel like, the pressure is definitely real. And honestly, there's too many suffering in silence. So I want to make sure that I give you the opportunity to drop in the comments below if you're going through something. I'll definitely send good vibes your way, a little prayer. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So, the state of mental health in 2025, the numbers are going to shock you. So, grab a pen and paper, take a seat, grab some tea, some coffee, take a deep breath. And now let's get into it. All right. So, mental health isn't just a trend, it's actually a crisis. And some people would think that it's just, a national crisis, but it's actual a global crisis. The numbers simply don't lie. So, according to statistics, roughly 1 in 5 adults in the United States struggle with mental illness. That's over 58 million people. And that's just on a national scale, right? We haven't even gotten into the global numbers. So, per that, the deletion rates are also at a record high. Nearly 50,000 people have lost their lives last year alone from deciding that they just simply did not want to be here anymore. That is heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. And what's even more heartbreaking is young adults and teens are at their breaking points. They're at an all time high, struggling with anxiety, depression, burnout. Just, they have lack of support system. Like, they're really going through it. And yet we still aren't talking about it enough. We post about self-care, but to be honest, we truly ignore deeper issues. you know we tell people all the time, reach out, it's okay, but we don't create safe spaces for them to do so. Like, we don't make time, or maybe you may share some information with another friend or a family member, just from simply being concerned, or just maybe even being messy. So people don't have safe spaces to talk about these things, to have that outlet. And that could be trying. I know it was trying for me. But once you find your outlet, you find your outlet, and you'll be okay. So we have to keep that in mind. So here's the hard truth. Mental health struggles don't just simply go away. Therapy is honestly not a luxury, it's a necessity. I can't stress to you enough. Whether that's you going to see a therapist, just a regular psychologist, or you going to see a psychiatrist. It depends on what it is that you're going through. So that would be up to you to um, go and get checked out and see what kind of help it is you need, if any. You know what I mean? And asking for help doesn't make you weak. So just because 1,001 people are online, talking their junk, or maybe it's your family member, or maybe it's your friend that's saying, asking for help makes you a weak person. Well, asking for help is survival. Like, how do you continue to go if you don't ever ask for help? Like, you have to ask for help. And you know we can apply that to life in general, but we're talking about mental health here. So that's powerful. That's a powerful statement. Like, it's survival. You know what I mean? So how do we change the narrative, right? Because we don't talk about it enough. So let's be honest, most of us are tired mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. We are absolutely burnt out. We're absolutely exhausted. We are only in the second month of the year, and mental burnout is real. But why? Why do we feel this way? So we're glued to our screens 24/7. doom scrolling, comparing and overloading our brains to other people's lives, where I want my life to be that way. Why isn't my life this way? Well, maybe if I try to look like this, then this will happen because this person did it this way. So I'm going to try to do what that person has done. And then we get out of whack. And then we don't have work-life balance. Absolutely gone. We live in a time, in an era where it's a hustle culture, you know. We're running on fumes. There's no solid plan. And the moment we do get a solid plan, something happens, nationwide or globally out of our control that tanks it. And, like, what does that do to a person? You know what I mean? Just think about it. And then if you really think about it, while all of that's going on, the cost of living just to survive is an all-time high. So the cost of living is up, the stress is up, and rest feels like a luxury, honestly. If you're blessed enough to have 3 days off, like, that is a luxury. If you're blessed enough to work an 8-hour shift, that's a luxury. If you're blessed enough to just have to work one job, that's a luxury. And not many people have that luxury here in America, or globally for that matter. Like I said earlier, this is a global issue. It really is. And let me say again, like, you do not have to be burned out to deserve a break. So a lot of times what happens is we try to overcompensate for a lot for whatever reason, right? From one reason or another. And we tend to get burned out. And we help people, we can help people more than we help ourselves. But when we do that, we're thinking, well, I'm really doing a lot. I'm getting a lot done. I can't take a break right now. I'm so close. Well, that's how you break yourself. That's how you break yourself. And I'm no doctor, no psychologist, no therapist, like I say on this channel. This is all, done from research and personal experience. You deserve a break. Okay, you deserve a break. If you've been running on empty, let me remind you, you are allowed to say no. People will get mad. People will get mad. They will feel let down. Whatever. You're allowed to unplug and sit there and watch the latest football game, or the latest episode of Sisters, or reruns of Friends, or listen to your favorite album on repeat. You know what I mean? You deserve those things. You're allowed to put yourself first. And I know that's easier said than done, right? But at some point, if you don't, you're going to break. You're going to break because your mental health is non-negotiable, period. You're going to break. You're going to break. That's just how it goes. Mental health is key. If your mental health is messed up, oftentimes your physical health will follow right behind it. You'll begin to get bags under your eyes. You'll begin to look older. You'll have less patience. Like, things will definitely be different for you. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be enjoying life like you intend to enjoy life, So I don't just want to talk about the problem, though. I also want to give you some real solutions. So I'm going to tell you 3 things that has helped me out tremendously. Is set a mental health boundary. And it's one of the hardest things you could ever try to do, especially if you're close to family, if you're close to your friends. It's really, really hard, But at the end of the day, you have to set these boundaries. So that could look like muting toxic social media accounts, turning off notifications, saying no to those draining conversations that, people want to talk about all these dramatic things or not so great things happening. You have to protect your space. And, that's just your hard limit. Pineapples. It's simple. Another thing you could do is check in with yourself. Like, ask yourself, how are you really doing? How you feeling? And then honor that answer. Be real with yourself. Rest if you need to. Journal. Go for a walk. But at the end of the day, don't ignore your feelings, because they will always be there. And then they'll pile up one after another, after another, after another. And then you're going to come to your breaking point. And it's never a good thing. It is never a good thing. So, like I said earlier, you could talk to someone. This is 3. Talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, a support group. something, you know. Don't just deal with it in silence. So at the end of the day, a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about mental health challenges to other people. So what I find useful is go on social media, get in a group, you know, watch some YouTube videos about mental health, kind of like this one, you know, like so you can hear someone that relates to you, you know. And then after you listen to the video, go journal. Maybe that has helped you work some things out mentally within yourself. Go journal right after you go ahead and get into that video. And if you could find a therapist, that would be great. And I know therapy is not cheap and everyone does not have insurance, but there's a lot of remote uh, places out there that you can use, like Him and Hers, or BetterHelp. That's another one that you can use, that you can actually go and you can pay for. But there's a ton of other ones out there that you could go and schedule an appointment right from your phone without a problem. Without a problem. And if you take away one thing today, let it be this: your mental health is absolutely worth fighting for. You are worth fighting for. And I know you're like, lady, I don't know you. Well, I don't know you either, but I know that you're worth fighting for. You know, and someone had to tell me, you're worth fighting for. And I thought that was crazy, you know. But after a while, you begin to believe it. You begin to see it. You begin to really resonate with that, hey, you are worth fighting for. And your biggest fighter is yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to start with you. You really got to start with you at the end of the day. So I want you to know that you are not alone in this. So if today's episode truly spoke with you, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. You know, let's keep the conversation going. Or you can DM me on any social media platform. You can comment down below. You can email me at shalinaspeaks@gmail.com. Like, seriously, I want to hear from you. If you want to talk, we could talk. We could be digital pen buddies or pen pals. Don't make fun of my age because I said that. Not joking. What's one of your ways that you will be taking care of your mental health this week? Comment down below. You know, I'm gonna comment mine, so make sure you comment yours. And if no one told you today, you are loved, you are enough, and you are not alone. I will talk to you guys next Monday for another episode of Mental Health Monday on Shalina Speaks. Until then, take care of yourself and others, but not at the expense of yourself. Until next time, peace.